Hello, and welcome to video number 5 of this GUNPLA series. And this is, I know, a bit different. Usually you just see a splash screen, but this time we're doing a quick video as an entrance sequence. What you see here on your screens is me having a free day after our last video, which I've spent kind of 3D printing, sanding, and gluing a part of the model that we've done so far. I just wanted to kind of double check the tolerances, if everything fits well, and also if there are any issues with 3D printing some smaller parts and all that jazz. So this is just me assembling everything and just seeing how well it all fits. As you can see, I've separated the whole model into parts just to make sure that the 3D printing process is as fluid as possible. And this is the assembled piece. You might notice, if those of you who follow this video series, that only a portion of this 3D model is done. And this was just to save time. This is the key part where I need to make sure that everything fits snugly and everything kind of sits there. Come back there. There we go. So now in this video, we're going to take a look at how we can improve what we've done so far, and also we'll spend some time detailing it out. So stay a while and let's see what we come up with. So let's take a look at what we have so far. We have modeled out this bad boy here that fits well with our mesh. Well, at least from what I saw in the 3D print, it does fit quite well, but there are some problems. And you can see here on the right-hand side, I have split apart a few parts from this model, made them 3D printable and just printed them out like so. So this is the polysurface version and that's the mesh version. These pipes, or whatever you call them, cylinders, the reason why I split them in half is because it's much stronger to lay the plastic like so, or it's much nicer to print it horizontally rather than print it vertically, because if you lay layers of plastic vertically, it's going to not look good when it's this small, right? And also it's going to be much weaker. So I have split them. We will incorporate that split into our design during the detailing part, but that's at least how I've mitigated that part. Other than that, everything seems to be kind of okay, so we'll continue working from here. So now there are a few things that I have noted that I need to fix, and once we've done that, we will move on to the detailing process. First things first is I did a lot of sanding to make these guys fit into these holes, so I need to fix that. To do that, let me, can I just select all of this? And no, first let's duplicate edge, and let's say this edge right here, and duplicate this edge right here. So we have these two curves there, and then I will hide. I don't need that. Actually, these will be remodeled, so I'll just delete those and hide that. Okay. Do we still have a curve there? Yes, we do. That's perfect. And do we have a curve there? Yes, we do. That's also perfect. Okay. So I want to make these parts, like from this curve inwards, these parts smaller, like smaller radius. So the way I'm going to do it is I'll just make planar SRF out of this circle here, so that's now a surface, and I'll select that circle there, so I'm selected. I'll select that circle and also make planar SRF. And using that, I will select my, let's start with the bottom cylinder first. I will select my cylinder and type in split. Split, enter, cutting objects. That's my surface right here. Now I don't need that surface anymore, so I can just delete it. So now this cylinder was split into two parts. Great. And I will repeat it for this one as well. Split this surface, like that, delete the surface, delete the surface. There we go. So now we have these two ends split off from the rest of the cylinder, and I want to make them smaller. So there are many ways of how to do it, but the one that I prefer is just using, let me actually isolate. So only these two are we only see these two, and I will just rebuild them. So I will just duplicate edge. I'll get this edge here, this edge here, and this edge. And also I'll get that, and that edge there. There we go. Now I can delete the poly surfaces. So now I have only the curves that I need to kind of rebuild those poly surfaces anew. So let's say I wanted this diameter or this radius to be smaller by 0.1 millimeters. So I'll just offset this curve inwards by 0.1, delete the original, same thing here, and delete the originals, like so. And I'll do that for the bottom part as well. Offset, 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 delete, delete, delete. There we go. And now let me just select these three, loft, enter, and make sure that when you loft, make sure that you have straight sections turned on, because if you have just normal style lofting turned on, it's going to look like that, and you don't want that. So you want straight sections. What it does, it basically just creates a seam that will always, the seam is a polyline rather than a curve, right? That's what it does. Okay, so I'll just, hit delete to get rid of the curves because I don't need them anymore. I'll use planar surface on this edge right here, enter, to cap it, or not cap it, but to make that end, and I'll join it up with the rest of the end of the cylinder here. And let's repeat the same process here. Loft, delete, planar surface, select the edge, enter, select these two guys, join. There we go. So now if I show selected, and I will just select these two cylinders here, enter. Now I have, it's kind of a small hiccup here. Perfect. I will, I don't want to have a sharp edge there. So what I'm going to do is I will select this cylinder, the big boy, the big cylinder. I will type in solid PT on, and I'll find the control point. There it is. I'll find the control point right here, and I will not move it by the gumball. That's bad. I want to move it along the seam. So I'll just type in M, enter. I'll move from this point, and I'll make sure that nearest snap is turned on. I'll just move it along the nearest point of the seam. Somewhere here, 0.5, let's say, millimeters. Something like that. That's good. And I'll repeat it for this one as well. Solid PT on, select the point, zoom selected, so that it's easier. ZS, enter, zooms into the selected object. I'll type in M, enter, move it from this point along this seam here, 0.5, just like that. Okay, so now let's join them up. I will just straight up loft between here and here, hit OK, that's a loft. I'll repeat the same thing here. Okay. So now, the next time I print this, it should print, at least it should fit a bit more nicely. All right, so we have that done. Other than that, there was one more issue that I found, and it was, where are you? Show selected. It was this one, and this one. There we go. So let me actually make a copy of this sideways by minus 20 or more, minus 30 more. There we go. And if I were to move this away a bit, this dimple right here is a bit too big to fit in the hole there, so I need to make it smaller. Also, I kind of want it to be a bit deeper, but that's really not a big problem. I just want it to be a bit smaller, or the hole to be larger. Either way works. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'll make this dimple smaller, and also while I'm at it, this portion right here is also a little bit too snug. I needed to sand it down, not too much, but I did need to sand it down a bit. So I'll make this one smaller as well. So there are these two dimples that I need to fix, these two joints. Back to our original model, I will just select this guy first, isolate, and I will start fixing it. Let me... how do we do this? Maybe extract surface. I'll just extract these three surfaces here, and I will... this one as well. And I will select these four surfaces that I have now and isolate them. And let's see how we can fix this. I'll duplicate edge to get all of the edges here, just like that. Now I can get rid of the surfaces and just work with the edges, and I will use offset again, maybe 0.05, because I didn't need to sand down this too much. So 0.05 inwards, delete the larger circles. And you can see that I'm not doing anything with the first curve here, because the first curve connects to the big shape. I want to keep it as it is. And now I will just select these four, loft. Okay, delete. Planar surface, select the edge. There we go. Join it up. Now we have a smaller version of our previous joint. I'll show selected to show this guy here, hit enter, and I'll just join these two guys up. Okay, so now we have this thing going. Let me show selected again, and we will continue working on this dimple. Same thing. Extract surface, click, 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 click. There's one more here, click. And one more, huh? How many? Oh, there's like 4 surfaces here, that's weird. But that's fine. So I've extracted the surfaces, I will isolate them, and I will do duplicate edge, get that edge here. Is there like a... I just want a normal edge. Come on, just give me a normal edge. There we go. That's a normal edge. That's not a normal edge. That's fine. I will just collect all of these edges here. There we go. I'll just join them up to make sure that all of these curves are closed circles. I'll just delete the surfaces now. Can I just cell SRF and hit delete? Yeah, sure, I can. So we have this going on, and I will repeat the offset process. We don't do the offset for the first curve. We just do it for the other three. I'll delete the large circles here, and it's hard to tell which one is larger, so let's zoom in, delete, select these 4, loft, okay, delete. Yeah, seems to be good. Planar surface, select that boy, join it up, show selected, show this big cylinder that we have here, and let us join these two guys up. Okay, I'll show selected again, show everything, and now let's see. So on the right hand side, this and this was, and also these two were adjusted, meaning that I will just delete these two on the left hand side, and I'll just take these, take these and mirror them around 0 point, because everything is centered around 0 in my model. Enter, holding down the shift key, I'll just mirror them to the other side. Okay, so now this should print out much more nicely. Now it's time to start detailing. So I will begin with, actually let me show, or show selected. Let me delete the meshes and just look at how these guys look like. So that's what I needed to do with this design to make it 3D printable. And you can see, okay, so these two glued together, from here to here, these two glued together and kind of continue on to form this form right here. So I just cut off the large portion of this form to save up on plastic and time, right? But these two are basically the representation of this form, the important part at least. So that means I need to split that form, and that form needs to be split right through the middle of it. So actually let's work with detailing out. Zoom selected. Let's work with detailing out this particular form right here. I will isolate it. And the first thing that I'm going to do is actually I'm going to split it. So how do we do this? I probably want to adjust the C-plane to fit with this form. And to do that, I will just create a surface. I know that there's a better way of how to do it, but this is at least visually more clear. So I will create a 4-point surface from midpoint here to midpoint. Why is it a perpendicular? I want a midpoint. Are you a midpoint though? If from here, yeah, you will be a midpoint. So surface here to endpoint snap here to perpendicular snap here. So the way I'm snapping, I'm sure that this surface is going right through the middle of my form. And holding down the shift key, I will just scale it up more. That's a very long boy. How can we make it nicer? Sorry, let's think about this. So if I were to create a line from midpoint to midpoint here, I have a single curve here. Can I take this curve and copy it from that midpoint to the endpoint here? Would that make any sense whatsoever? I'm struggling. Why am I struggling with something so simple? Okay, let's undo and try again with extract isocurve. I'll select this surface here, and I'll just make two rings, one ring here and one ring here. Okay, and can I create a line with quad snapping turned on? Will you give me a line here? No, you won't. Oh, but you do give me a midpoint. That's perfect. Okay. So from here to here, I have a single line. That's nice. And I need one on the other side as well. From here to here, another line. Wireframe view, just to make it a bit more clear, I drew a curve here and I drew a curve here. And I will loft between them to create this surface that I was after. I don't know why it took me so long, but at least we have it now. And now I can scale it up holding down the Shift key. There we go. Let's go back to shade it. And now this surface cuts perfectly through the middle of this form. All right, we have that done. And now to continue working on this, I will change the C-plane to fit with this surface. So I will go to C-planes in the top here, and I'll choose 3 points, set C-plane by 3 points, and I'll go for bottom left corner, bottom right corner, and top left corner. Click, click, click. There we go. And you can see our construction plane has been reoriented to fit with this rectangle thingy. That's perfect. And now I can start working with it. Before I begin though, I will actually split this guy into 2 parts. So I'll select this one, type in split, and cutting objects is going to be my rectangle, my rectangular surface. Hit enter. Now it's split into 2 parts. I'll select my surface, hit delete, and now I have these 2 parts. The problem with them is that they are currently open, so I will need to cap them, right? So I'll just select one of them, type in cap, that's done. Select the other one, type in cap, and that's also done. Okay, so now we have both of them closed off. Nice. Okay, continuing on, I want to fix this seam that I will get. It doesn't matter what kind of adjustments or how much sanding I do, we will still be able to see the seam once I glue these 2 pieces together. So might as well just kind of, you know, go with the flow and make the seam even more visible. So to start off with, I'm just thinking, perhaps we should let's do it in a quite a simple way. I will type in duplicate edge, and I'll get this edge here, here, and here. There we go. I'll get these edges, enter, type in join, and I'll just join them up. And let's see, first of all, if this will work. I will just take that single point of the curve here and just move it away from my joinery here. Maybe that's a bit too far, something like that. And same thing for the control point right here. Just move it away. We will figure out how to fix that in a bit, but for now, I just don't want these kind of booleans or whatnot, these seam lines. Let's call them seam lines. I don't want them to meet with hard edges. I'll just do pipe. That's not how you write pipe. I'll just do pipe for it. Cap flat, that's perfect. And radius 0.5 millimeters. Something like that. And I just want to make sure that it works, so I'll just do Boolean difference with this. Yeah, seems to do the trick quite well. Should we keep it? Sure, I guess let's keep it. Okay, so I have done that, and now I want to do a few more a few more seams here. So, can we actually, let me undo the deletion, and holding down the Alt key, can I rotate this profile curve minus 90 degrees like that? And I know that there's gonna be like it's gonna be a bit weird here, but that's actually fine. Sorry, I'm blabbing to myself. It's gonna be weird once we start 3D printing this out, because that's a pretty sharp cantilever, but I think we can, yeah, I think we'll be fine. It's just going to be like one layer that's sticking out a bit too far. That one I can sand down and kind of hide my crimes. So I've just rotated this profile curve 90 degrees, and I'll do pipe again, same 0.5. Perhaps this one can go all the way through though, here, and all the way through though here. Yeah, let's do it like that. So I'll take that control point, move it all the way through, take that control point, and move it all the way through here as well, and do the pipe, right? So select the curve, pipe, 0.5, perfect. Select the top and the bottom portions, Boolean difference, car away with the pipe. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Let me do emap on it just to see how if it broke or not. Doesn't seem to be broken. Seems to be a-okay. So we're good to go. Okay. Let me close the emap, and let's see how we can do some cross panels here for this particular object. To get the curves for the cross panel line, so these are along the shape, and to get the ones that are cross, I will do extract iso curve tool. I'll use that, and I'll select my cylinder here, and this will enable me to get this curve here. And what else do we want? We want definitely to have this curve here, so I'm just snapping to these lines here. I'll have that curve there, and then we can do let's do it this way. I will create a line from here to here, like that, and I will type in divide, and I'll divide it to let's say 8 segments, so I get 8 points. And now when I do extract iso curve, select the surface, I can extract like I can snap to those 8 points like that. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so that's good. We have that going on, and let me, just give me, Jesus Christ. Just give me the curve, or, sorry for blabbing so much. I'm just thinking as I'm doing it. Right now it just gives me arcs. I want the whole circle. So maybe let's do cell CRV, select curves, delete them, cell PT, select points, delete them. And actually I will extract surface, copy, I'll turn it to yes, and I'll just extract this one. So now this is like a extracted copy of a surface, and I'll do untrim, untrim. And now I'm back to my original cylinder, and this should help out quite a bit. So with that cylinder, I can extract the circles from it. So I'll do extract ISO curve, and so we snap here, we snap there, we will, is there anything, oh, we will snap there. Whoa, 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 whoa. The rotation is funky. And now I will draw a line again from here. Oh, I have a higher sensitivity turned on for my mouse. That's why it's all funky. There we go. So I have that line, and then I repeat the same process, like divide 8 segments, delete the line, extract, not surface, extract ISO curve, select the cylinder, and just get that ring, that ring, that ring, that ring there, that ring there, that one, and that one. Delete, and I don't need that one. At least I don't think I need that one, do I? We'll see, we'll see. Cell PT, delete, and let's try this out. Actually, I want to have a ring just here, maybe a bit like that, to hide this crime right here. Okay. So cell CRV, select curves, pipe 0.5, sure, and then Boolean difference from these two shapes, enter, with these pipes. Now let's wait 50 years, and now it's done. So how does this look like? Not great. So I will be not doing that part. What else? Here it's kind of fine. And then we have this end here, a little bit phallic. Perhaps I need a ring there as well. Okay, so let's undo. And let me just grab that ring and move it, zoom selected, and move it a little bit back in to here. That's good. And grab this ring here and move it. I actually need, oh no, how do we copy from the center point here to the center point? Give me the center point, just give me, please turn off all of the snaps so that I get the center point. There we go. Okay, like that. That seems good. Boolean difference. First of all, let's check that. That is better. I don't like this part though. This part seems unnecessary. Or will it look good? From here it looks, whoa. Oh right, I didn't trim the bottom part. From here it looks okay, from here it looks okay, but how will we see it? We will see it like so, and then like so. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so undo, and actually this time select both of these, and Boolean difference. Select all of the rings and hit the enter button. So time for some emap shenanigans. A little bit too much, isn't it? Yeah, that's too much. Okay, undo. Don't need all of those. And those, and those, and those, and those. Needed that. Don't need that. Need that. Do we keep that? We do keep that. Okay, again. Boolean difference. Okay, that's better. At least a little bit less phallic as it was before. Okay, so we have that going on, which is nice, and then we have all of these segments, all of these portions. This is fine, and here it reaches there and kind of stops. That's great. Okay, so those are our panels. They're a little bit thick, but with 3D printing, what can you do? You need to have it quite thick. So now let's move on to actually, what do we do now? We want to have some detailing along these segments here, and since we're doing negative, actually I want to keep this whole portion kind of clean, so these panels as they are right now are fine. Do we want to do anything here with these sharp corners though? I believe we do. So I will create an endpoint here, go to, or rather I don't even need to go to top view. I'll just do it here, and let me create a curve like so, and then pipe it, and let's do like 3 millimeters. That's a bit too much, is it? Let's do 2 millimeters. Whoa. Pipe 2. Yeah, that seems good. I will cap the pipe and move it in. By how much? By how much do we move it in? Let's say negative 3 millimeters, something like that. And I will Boolean difference. Oops. Again, Boolean difference with this cylinder. Yeah, it seems to be kind of nice. And do we do anything else with this portion here? Not really. I think this is fine. I can chamfer it, but that's all I will do. 0.4. Let's try 0.4. Oops. Come on, for these chamfers. Yeah, that seems okay. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Okay, so we have that part done. And now, how much time do we have left? I'm trying to keep these videos like 1 hour long. Okay, so we have just a little bit of time left. Let's do something with this area right here, and also the beginning of this area here. So for this area, do I want some positive objects? Yeah, I do. Okay, so I will just create a box. We always just do. It seems like we always just do a box, or no, this time let's do a cylinder. I'll create a cylinder, and let's say that the radius of it is like 2, no, one millimeter. So it's 2 millimeters in diameter, that's fine. And the height of it is, I don't know, like 5 millimeters for now. 5 millimeters, and let's rotate that cylinder 60 degrees, like that. Let us create a line again, a curve. I'll create it, give me the midpoint, right through the middle of my shape. Like that. Come on, like that. And I will position my cylinder, move. Give me the center point. From the center point right to the center point here. Okay, so we have that going on. And I can move the cylinder now in place, kinda. Like that. But the problem is that it's right, you know, it's right on this edge, and I need it to be rotated. So to fix it, I will rotate 3D around this axis, and I will just say 45 degrees. That's why we drew this line, to have that axis. Okay, so now it's rotated properly. What do we think about the size of it? Maybe we want it to be a little bit larger, something like that. Do we want it to? I'm just thinking if I want it to intersect with the form, like this portion here to intersect with the form. I do, so I will. Let's undo quickly, and I will just move it down, just like that. Now it should intersect, and again, rotate 3D along this edge here, 45 degrees. There we go. Now it's intersecting. I'm sorry, I don't like it, how it looks like, so let's undo again and actually move it up. Yeah, that should be. I promise this is the last time. Rotate 3D, 45 degrees, there we go. Okay, so I will not be doing anything else with it. And then I will just make a few copies of it. That's one, and copy again. From here to here, that's 2. A bit closer, like that. Yeah, that should be nice. Copy from here to here. Or do we want just 2 of them? Yeah, maybe 2 of them and larger. So I'll just scale it up like that. Copy again. And just place it somewhere here. Whoops. It's 1 extra. We don't want the extra. Okay, we have it going. And one more here. And also all the, or rather, yeah, this one will be like a negative, I think. That should look pretty cool. Yeah, that one is gonna be a negative. And now I will just select these 3, rotate, or not rotate, array polar, center of polar array, and no, I will use axis instead, axis. I'll specify the axis as this line, and I'll just say number of items needs to be 4. Angle to fill is 360 degrees. So I just array polar with these elements. I don't need this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we have this going on. Okay. Now it's time to kind of clean up and finish this part of the video. So Boolean difference first. I will just remove this one and this one like that. Looks good. Boolean difference, remove those 2. Yeah, not bad. And Boolean union this time. Boolean union. To the top one, I will add, come on. Yes, Jesus. That, enter. There we go. And now these, Boolean union, enter. And just move it to the correct layer. And now we have this going on. Let's make them nice real quick. So I'll use chamfer for this. Chamfer edge 0.4 seems to do the trick. 0.4 seems to break. Chamfer edge 0.2 then. It breaks because that part intersects, still breaks. Can we just do it this way? Seems to actually be cool. Yeah, let's keep it sharp in the backside. There we go. So that is chamfered. It's great. Now this portion here, how will you chamfer? You chamfer quite well, so I'll keep doing it. This might not show up in the 3D print, but for me, I really wanna. I want this to look cool as well in the 3D model. What else? What else can we do with this before we finish up? Perhaps we can do something with the ends of this. So I will just chamfer this, chamfer that, chamfer that, chamfer that, extract surface. That, delete. What? Oh, extract surface, copy, no. And now extract them, enter, delete them. Duplicate border. 4 borders duplicated. Oh, no. Yikes, that's where the chamfer here was a bit too much. I didn't double check, so I need to undo a bunch of times and fix it. This time I'll do it much faster. Chamfer edge, instead of 0.2, let's do 0.15. This time let's check with duplicate border. Okay, this one works. So chamfer edge, 0.15, 0.15. And I don't need the clipping plane to be like that, so I can fix the sorry, not the clipping plane, the C-plane. So I will fix the C-plane. C-planes, set C-plane world top. So now it's back to normal. Okay, so I'm selected. So all of these 4 are chamfered, and now for this one, chamfer edge, this one was 0.2 and can stay 0.2. Okay. What? Are you closed? You are closed, and you are also closed. That's perfect. And now chamfer edge, these 4 edges here. Extract surface, get rid of those 4 surfaces, select these 2, duplicate border. Okay, we're back to where we were, and I will just offset this one by 0.8, 0.6 millimeters. That's a little bit, that's fine. Planar surface, delete. Can I just copy this one from here to here? Yeah, sure. And can I mirror it as well? I'm lazy. Mirror, copy, yes. Okay, so I'll just mirror it from this point to this point. Nope. Mirror 3 points from here to center. No idea where they went. I did redo, so I'll just do it real quick. Offset 0.6, come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Lock. Okay, there we go. That's gonna be faster. Planar surface, delete, extrude, curve. This and this will be extruded by 1 millimeter inwards. Join. Okay, that's good. And these two are, or extrude curve. These two will be extruded inwards by 1 millimeter again. Join everything. And unlock. So these guys will join up to one big happy family and get capped, and these ones will join up as well and get capped as well. So let's see. Last chamfer 0.2, that's good, and this one 0.2. That's good. I know I'm rushing now, but I just want to make this video as short as possible, and we already did so many chamfers. Okay. So we have this going on. I will do a few more chamfers here just to make sure that everything will work properly. That's a problem. Not really. Seems to be doing quite well. And I will not mess around with this portion here. So let's do some chamfers on this side as well. And do we do chamfers here? Let's just see if it breaks. It doesn't. That's perfect. So we do some chamfers here. That's a nice chamfer. That's not a nice chamfer. That means we can do a chamfer here. This one will be blocked either way, so that's fine. Can I do a chamfer here? Yes, I can. I'm just trying to get rid of as many sharp corners as possible to make sure that the 3D printer doesn't, it will fillet things either way because it has that kind of a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. That means it's 0.2 millimeter radius of a fillet. So when I'm working with these forms, I'm trying to do at least a 0.2 millimeter chamfer to mitigate that. Let's do EMAP. No breaking. That's great. I do want to do one thing though. EMAP off. This part right here. Chamfer edge. Yeah. That one we want to be chamfered. Yeah, that's good. We can work with this. So now it's time to make it not nice, but to kind of mirror it to the other side and continue working. In the next video, we'll continue working on the rest of the model. Show selected. We will be showing all of this. Cell CRV. Let's delete the unnecessary curve here. Get rid of. So that's the old version, that's the new version. The new version is kind of cool. So I'll delete that. Take the new version, mirror it, 0. Come on, to the other side. There we go. So now we have the bad boy of a of a cylinder here. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at this portion right here, and perhaps also the top portions here, the sphere. Well, we'll see. Basically, we'll just investigate how far we can push this in an additional hour. But for now, we're done. Hope you... Wait, let's make a EMAP on it. There we go. Can we go to Arctic view with EMAP turned on? Yes, we can. And can we change the EMAP to something nicer? Polished gold. Yeah, that's the stuff. And let's do a turntable. There we go. Okay, so now it's time to finish up this video. Hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe, click that like button, smash that like button, ring that bell, all of that jazz. My phone is doing its noises again. Anyway, we're done here, and I will see you in a few days. Bye.